Today here I am discussing important questions on the cell physiology. Yes, Lambrus chromosomes are found in brain cells of cats, germ cells of mammalia, ovarian cells of amphibians, salivary glands of diptera. It is ovarian cells of amphibians. Basic structure of chromatin consists of RNA wrapped around histones, non-histones proteins wrapped around DNA, DNA wrapped around histones, histone proteins wrapped around DNA. Third option is correct, DNA wrapped around histones. The cell organelle which shows extensive polymorphism is ribosome, lysosome, chloroplast, dictosome. The correct option is lysosome. The chromosomal ends are known as metamere, centromere, satellite, telomere. It is telomere. Genome means total number of genes present in a diploid cell. Genotype of the organism, total number of chromosomes present in a gamete, total number of chromosomes present in an organism. Third option is correct, total number of chromosomes present in a gamete. Raphites are needle-like crystals of calcium oxalate, which are especially common in asparagus, dahlia, balsam, rose. It is in balsam. Correct option is balsam. Which of the following statements prove that mitochondria and chloroplasts are semi-autonomous body? They contain DNA and ribosomes. They are essential for respiration and photosynthesis. None of the above given statement is correct. First option is correct, that is, they contain DNA. Adding, removing, or repairing part of genetic material, thereby changing the phenotype of an organism as desired, is called tissue culture, genetic engineering, morphogenesis, culture. Correct option, genetic engineering. What is the difference in the structure of pentose sugar in RNA and pentose sugar in DNA? First option, ribose sugar is linked to phosphoric acid, but deoxyribose sugar is not. Ribose sugar is linked to pyrimidine, but deoxyribose sugar is linked to purine. Ribose sugar is linked to purine, but deoxyribose sugar is linked to pyrimidine. Ribose sugar has hydroxyl group at C2 position, while deoxyribose sugar has a lone of hydrogen atom in place of this hydroxyl group. Last option is correct. Ribose sugar has hydroxyl group at C2 position, while deoxyribose sugar has a lone hydrogen atom in place of this hydroxyl group. The cell organelle can be isolated by X-ray diffraction, differential centrifugation, autoradiography, chemical analysis. Correct option is differential centrifugation. The resolving power of electron microscope is about 10 angstrom, about 100 angstrom, about 500 angstrom, about 1000 angstrom. The correct option is about 10 angstrom. The plant cell, if the plant cells always have a secondary cell wall and the primary one may disappear. Have channels between cells that allow cytoplasm to pass from cell to cell. And the next option is develop Sturger pressure when water enters the nucleus, do not have cell-to-cell junctions like animals. Here, first option is correct, that is always have a secondary cell wall and the primary one may disappear. Now the next one, the primary structure of a protein is due to SS linkage, ionic bonds, peptide bonds, hydrogen bonds. The correct option is peptide bonds. Which of these best distinguishes a prokaryotic cell from a eukaryotic cell? Prokaryotic cells have a cell wall, but eukaryotic cells lack it. Prokaryotic cells are much larger than eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells have flagella, but all eukaryotic cells lack these. Prokaryotic cells do not have a membrane-bound nucleus, but all eukaryotic cells possess a nucleus. Last option is correct. That is, prokaryotic cells do not have a membrane-bound nucleus, but all eukaryotic cells possess a nucleus. Next one, the term plasma membrane was given by Robertson, Nagley, Andrew, Dunley, and Dawson. Second option is correct, it is Nagley. During the formation of cell wall, the secreted outermost layer of cellulose is primary wall, secondary wall, tertiary wall, middle lamella. First option is correct, it is primary wall. The fruits after ripening become soft. It is due to the dissolution of tannin in cell sap, dissolution of middle lamella, formation of ethylene gas, any of the above. Second option is correct, that is dissolution of middle lamella. Next, the chemical test of cellulose is chlorozinc iodide test, iodine test, Millian test, Fehling solution test. First option is correct, chlorozinc iodide test. The plane of cell wall formation is determined by Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, microtubules, nucleus. Third option is correct, it is microtubules. The pectin, a carbohydrate, is the polymer of glucose, mannose, galactourinic, gallourinic acid, cutin. It is galactourinic acid. Galacturonic acid. The torus of bordered plates is made up of glucose, phospholipids, suberin, cutin. It is suberin. What is not true of a prokaryotic cell? Membrane nucleus present, DNA not associated with proteins in chromosomes, no mitotic cell division, typical cell organelles like mitochondria are absent. First one is the not true, membrane bound nucleus present. Next one, which of the following molecules move regularly from the nucleus to the cytoplasm? Glycogen, RNA, DNA, cholesterol. It is RNA. Second option is correct. The function of the nucleolus in the cell is biogenesis of ribosomes and synthesis of RNA and protein, synthesis of DNA, synthesis of ribosome, synthesis of RNA. Third option is correct. It is synthesis of ribosome. The segment of DNA molecule determining the amino acid sequence of a protein is known as operator gene, modifier gene, regulator gene, structural gene. The correct option is structural gene. Now the next one, a telocentric chromosome differs from an acrocentric chromosome in that first the former has a subterminal centromere, whereas the latter has a centrally located centromere. The centromere in the former is terminal and in the latter subterminal. Both A and B are correct. The former had a terminal centromere and the latter had a medially located centromere. Second option is correct here. The centromere in the former is terminal and in the latter subterminal. The phosphodigester sugar backbone of DNA molecule is said to contain 5 raised to 3 linkages, which means the 5' position of one pentose sugar ring is connected to the third position of the next pentose sugar via a phosphate group. Pyrimidines and purines stick out from sugar phosphate backbone. At one terminal, there will be one free 5' position, and at the other terminal, a free 3' position of the pentose sugar. Nucleotide linkage can be broken at 5' or 3' position when phosphate groups are demolished. First option is correct here. The 5' position of one pentose sugar ring is connected to the third position of the next pentose sugar via a phosphate group. Which one of these gives mechanical support to the cell? Cilia, lysosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies. It is endoplasmic reticulum. The endoskeleton of a cell is made up of microfilaments, microtubules, intermediate filaments, all of these. It is microtubules. The unit for measurement of sedimentation of ribosome is angstrom, micron, Sepberg, nanometer. The correct answer is Sepberg. Svedberg. denoted by C. All the membrane-bound cell organelles except mitochondria, lysosomes, spherosomes, ribosome. The correct option is ribosome. Mitochondria was discovered by Riss and Plot, Nas and Nas, Watson and Crick, Altman and Bender. Last option is correct, Altman and Bender. The information transfer from RNA to DNA is a process called replication, transcription, reverse transcription, translation. It is reverse transcription. Extranuclear DNA is found in chloroplast, mitochondria, both A and B, plasma lemma. It is found both A and B, that is in chloroplast and mitochondria. The pigment not present in chloroplast is chlorophyll, carotene, xanthophyll, anthocyanin. It is anthocyanin. Vesicles from the smooth endoplasmic reticulum most likely are on their way to the rough endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, Golgi apparatus, plant cell vacuole only. Third option is correct, it is Golgi apparatus. The plant cell having lysosome is Acetabularia, Riccia, Spirogyra, Neurospora. Correct option, Neurospora. Microtubules are made up of myosin protein, actin protein, tubulin protein, globulin protein. They are made up of tubulin protein. Next one, peroxisome contains hydrolyzing enzyme, oxidizing enzyme, transferase, isomerase. It is oxidizing enzyme known as oxidases. Which organelles release oxygen? Ribosomes, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, chloroplast. It is chloroplast. An undifferentiated fibrillar nucleus is seen in eukaryotic cell, prokaryotic cells, cells of higher organisms, higher animals. It is prokaryotic cell. Nucleoli are mainly formed by RNA, chromosome, DNA, RNA, proteins, chromatin. It is RNA. The nucleoplasm and the cytoplasm are continuous with one another through the nuclear pores in cells of blue-green algae, bacteria, eukaryotic cells, prokaryotic cell. It is eukaryotic cell. Instead of chromosomes, which of the following has only DNA? Anabina, E. coli, oscillatoria, all of them. It is oscillatoria. Diagrammatic representation of the chromosomes of an organisms arranged according to their size is called karyotype, xenotype, ideogram, genome. It is ideogram. Chromosomes are made up of structural units called nucleoli, endosomes, nucleosomes, centrosome. It is nucleosome. Chromosomes normally occur as homologous pairs in sperm cell, egg cell, zygote, gamete. It is zygote. Mitochondria are involved in cellular respiration, break down ATP to release energy for cells, contain grana and cristae. All of these are correct. First option, all are involved in cellular respiration. They are involved in cellular respiration. It is A is correct. Which of these is not found in the nucleus? Functioning ribosomes, chromatin that condenses to chromosomes, nucleolus that produces ribosomal RNA, DNA. First option is correct, functioning ribosome. The core of nucleosome is made up of two molecules of each H1, H2A, H2B, H3, H1, H2A, H2B, H4, H1, H2A, H2B, H3, H4, H2A, H2B, H3, H4. Last option is correct, H2A, H2B, H3, H4. An octamer of 4 histone complexed with DNA is called endosome, centrosome, nucleosome, chromosome. It is nucleosome. A nucleated living plant cell is sieve tube, vessel, trachea, all the above. It is sieve tube. I hope everything is clear. Any doubt anywhere, you can ask me in the comment section. Again, we will meet in the next video. Thank you.